good, y'all? It is Thursday night, not Friday, but once again, we coming at you with that Audible Thursday night post game show, hosted by the dynamic duo that is Bobby G and Wildcard Mar. What's happening, bro?
Hey man, disappointing game, but we're gonna try to make the best of this little crap show that happened tonight.
When
How
life
you
hands you lemons,
gotta
you
make
make
that
lemonade.
gotta make that lemonade, dog. Oh
But
goodness.
absolutely, we're gonna do what we do and recap this thing, give y'all the good news. Plus, obviously, we're gonna run down our picks, give you some power rankings. Y'all know how we do by now. But per usual. Before we get into anything, do me one favor, please. Go ahead, follow the directions on your screen and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new. Turn your notifications on so you know the next time we are here breaking it down, which is every Thursday, about 10 to 15 minutes after the game. I know it's late for y'all on the East Coast, but man, go ahead and take some coffee. You know, grab you some dessert. Some ice cream, some apple pie, pile of mold, whatever gets you through the night. Stay up with us, man. We need the company.
For
Um,
sure.
yeah. Speaking of company, um, you know, uh, Uncle
Oh Lord, I don't even.
Uncle had Auntie over, and they got to it. They got to it a little bit. That's what I heard. I ain't too sure. That's what I heard.
That's on
Uh,
Michelle. Yeah, okay, that big
every,
growl. Oh,
mm, uh,
mm.
somebody said Uncle Shannon. He said Uncle Shannon was up there growling, uh, like in Forrest Gump. Like, boy, your mama sure do care about your education. Man, the internet is undefeated, man. Shout out to Uncle Shannon. He going through, man. That's if you're gonna go viral, man. That's not a bad viral moment to have. Even though he could have messed up his bag, but he didn't, from what I'm hearing. Because that's what
Nah,
first drew my attention. Something posted. Somebody posted like ESPN fire Shannon Sharp. I'm like, what? And
they ain't
yeah, yeah.
they ain't getting rid of Shannon. He brings too much he brings too much eyes to viewership right now to unfortunately, yes, Paul Pierce, you don't get the same treatment.
Oh yeah, because he's just a dumb. That
it's, it's
dude, man, don't get me going on him. I
his
can go a
levels
whole hour and a half on Paul Pierce.
his levels to the shit, bro.
But yeah, he did. I mean, but he kept it a buck with him though. It's hey, it was an accident.
Hmm.
It, I think it would have been a lot different if there was a visual to go. You could shake off like some audio.
Yeah, that'd have been a different topic. We having a different
Yeah,
conversation. Hey,
yeah. But shout out to Uncle Shannon. Shout out to Michelle. For playing her part in this whole situation. Gotta appreciate the women. You know what I'm saying? Gotta appreciate the women in
you
our lives.
stupid.
I don't think anybody has shown her any appreciation in this whole situation. Man, all the focus has been on Aunt. Shout out to Michelle. You deserve some of the credit as well. So,
Oh my goodness.
as a matter of fact, Michelle, hey, you need to ask Unc for. Hey, I need some points on all these videos you making sense. So I need points on every single stream you done did since this didn't happen. Because I mean, Unc's killing it regardless, but hey, he doing numbers off of this thing. So yeah, Michelle, go ahead get you some points on that.
Hey, get your ducats.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Hmm.
let's go ahead and get to the gusto. There was a football game tonight, or at least Buffalo had a game tonight. The Dolphins took the night off. Uh,
Nervous, bro.
yeah, 31-10 final score. Buffalo went down to Miami, put it on them. Josh Allen, man, it was 13-1 against the Dolphins in his career. That's incredible.
That's crazy,
Um,
bro.
yeah. Uh, Obviously, if you watch the game, saw Tua did not finish. He left with concussion. with a concussion, probably end up in the protocol. That's been bothering him his whole career. And I mean, one thing that kind of disappointed me about that though was like when that happened, the Dolphins quit playing.
Mm-hmm.
They
They
literally
shut
quit playing. That yeah, like, but there was like there's a lot of time. There was around
yeah.
what 10 minutes, 10, 11
No,
minutes left in the game.
they, they just went ahead and said, "All right, well, there
Yeah,
goes our quarterback. I guess we're done too."
right. I definitely didn't like that. That's not the kind of message I want to send to my football team. Um, Especially to my backup quarterback who may have to play for an extended period of time now. It's like, hey, if you giving up on me now, like he could have led a touchdown there. You never know. Um, and now that motivates people, but it is what it is. Um, are we sleeping on the Buffalo Bills? I know a lot of people down on them coming into the season. They traded Stephon Diggs, the human headache. Um,
Mm.
but they have come out. They come out on fire to starting out 2-0 on top of the division. Are we sleeping on them? Have we kind of disrespected them?
I mean, I'll be the first to admit, man, I've been very hard on the Bills. I thought they weren't going to be nothing. I did pick them to win last week against the Cardinals. It took a Herculean effort from Josh Allen to win it. They did tonight. He didn't really have to do too much. That defense did their job tonight for sure. They made it quite easy for the Bills to put up 31 points. They get a pick six, a
Mm-hmm.
couple of interceptions in that game as well. Uh,
Yeah.
the defense definitely did their job, and it made Josh Allen's life a little bit easier tonight. He didn't really have to do too much. I'm just calling it how I see
Yeah.
it, but um,
Throwback game for Von Miller.
I was about to say that. For Von Miller to be 35 years old and look like he's getting off the line of scrimmage very quickly.
Yeah.
He's
Absolutely.
looking he's looking real Super Bowl 50-ish right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was definitely going to give him his credit. Ed Oliver in the middle has
Yeah.
been getting off getting off in the wreaking havoc in the middle as well. So yeah, man, I just got to give credit to the Bills. But I'll be honest, man, I'm not ready to jump off my soapbox. I because I mean it was the Cardinals, and then now I'm looking at the Dolphins differently. I picked them to win the
Right.
division,
Right.
and I don't. I'm more looking at the Dolphins than the Bills. Uh, I'm kind of like, this is not a good football team right now, and you just lost your quarterback for we don't know how long. So,
Right.
um,
But it's more of the same. I mean, this is what we got from the Dolphins last year. The issue was
true,
they
true,
beat they
true.
beat up on the bottom dwellers, the cellar dwellers in the league, and when they played anybody above 500 or playoff contending teams, they lost. And I mean, look, quiet as kept. Like they're a turnover away from being 0-2.
No, you're
If
right.
they don't get if they don't get that turnover last week, um, they lose that game. So I
Yeah.
mean, is it and especially with Tua going out, is it too early to hit the panic button in Miami?
Oh man, I I got to see how long he's out. I got to see how long he's out.
Right.
Um,
For me, I ain't even got to do that. This is the best way I could. This is the best way I can explain the Dolphins for me. The Dolphins are like a baseball team. They got home run hitters: Tariq,
mm,
Waddle, A Chain, home run hitters all over the field. But
mm-hmm,
I'm not confident in my starting pitcher, which would be Tua. I'm not
mm,
confident in my starting pitcher.
that's
Like
fair.
that, and this is just another example. Like, can I really depend on this dude? Like, I know he had the thing over the summer where he kind of, he threw. Brian Flores under the bus. Shout out to Brian Flores for not really coming back out because I'm sure he could have aired 2 out.
Oh,
Because bro,
oh yeah.
you had a game that your team won by double digits and you only threw for like 90 yards. I don't want to hear nothing about coach make you take some tough coaching, man. Man up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look like you're Samoan, dude. Y'all do battle cries. Fuck you mean? I done seen them. I do it. I do it. I do
Yeah,
it.
for real.
Bro, you talking about you can't handle a coach, trying to motivate you in a certain way? Get out of here, bro. Um, um,
Like, you that soft, bro?
right. You think Saban ain't
I was about to say, saving wasn't hard on you, bro.
right?
Paul?
Saban is known for being an asshole. Come on,
Hey,
bro. Um,
for real.
but yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you go for it, man. Is it too early for the panic button?
Man, oh my gosh. I hope it's damn. I'm right there. I'm right there to just kind of cave in and be like, it just might be. I mean, because you're not wrong. And then to your point, even before we went to the season started,
Mm-hmm.
looking at their back half of that schedule, goodness.
Oh, what's wrong with?
I mean, I can't. Yeah, man. Um,
Who we got
is
next? We got Seattle next, then
tough.
the Titans,
That's it. That's
Dolphins. Then you
winnable.
got a division. Yeah,
Coach. We
yeah. And
see
I'm
how the
just going off of my team. Like Denzel Ward last year, I think he spent a month in the concussion protocol, so he missed like
mm,
4 games. So if you go with that, let's say he misses the max. Well, I guess there is no max. Let's say he does miss like 4 games. Yeah, you got Seattle traveling across country. I'm gonna chalk that up right now. That's an L, whether Tua plays or not. So now you're 1-2. You come back home to take on the Titans. The Titans have been competitive. The Patriots have been competitive. Plus, that's a division game. Anything can happen. And then you go to Indy to take on the Colts.
yeah.
You could
Mm.
easily be looking at it at like 2-4. And
Boy,
then
that's oof.
I'm gonna
That's
ask a bigger question: is it time to
mm,
look for a quarterback in the draft?
oof. Down. See, here's I'm gonna answer your question with a situation that I think we talked about on the show
Okay.
before. This is why I've questioned whether you should have paid two or not. Um,
Exactly.
I needed more than 1 year showing that you were durable. And no, I mean, because 2 years ago couldn't stay healthy. He had issues in college,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fair to say, can this guy stay durable? That was a fair question to ask about Tua.
Mm-hmm.
Now he went healthy, played all 17 games last year, so he did enough to the Dolphins front offense to say, oh yeah, we could trust him. But the football guy in me says, you might want to need more evidence. Like 1 year compared to his whole career doesn't change the fact that he's had injury issues.
Mm-hmm.
It was just 1 year, so I was a little surprised that they still went ahead and paid him. Uh, Good thing for him, he still gets guaranteed of that contract regardless because it's guaranteed. The moment
Right.
that he signed it and put his John Hancock on there and the ink dried, he got guaranteed money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So he secured enough for him and his family, his wife and his 2 kids. So he's fine. He doesn't have to play another snap.
Right.
But I'm still looking at the Dolphins as like, you should have waited because now you gave him the type of money that puts him in the top five of of 50 plus a year range in that quarterback range where they're around 54, 53, $55 million a year range. You did that.
Right.
You didn't have to. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you should have waited. luckily for Tua, he's fine if he doesn't play another snap. But yeah, you got to start looking, because I actually thought that they were going to look last year. Just go ahead and start. Even if you don't get one of the better quarterbacks in the draft, you
Right.
still get
Like
insurance.
a fourth, take down third or fourth round.
Yeah, get you a solid insurance policy, and I don't think they did it. I Skylar Thompson's not it. All right,
Nah.
he's not it. I know he played okay against the Bills in that wild card game, but he did not. Unfortunately, the team quit tonight, so you don't get a fair judgment on what he could have done tonight. But still, he's not it. That's not your guy of the future.
That's
You should
big
have.
facts.
This is management. This is management's problem. You didn't go get an insurance policy. You went all in onto it after 1 year of him being durable. When you could have waited, you didn't have to pay him. So, I don't know what they're going to do.
That's the biggest problem with today. Like, okay, you have the rookie scale, so you can get away from a quarterback if you need to. Like Arizona did Josh Rosen. Okay, he's not the guy. We can get off of his contract. Like they couldn't back in the day because you were signing dudes to like $50-60 million deals.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're kind of handicapped by when the dude is like good enough. Because good enough equals $40 million.
Boy.
It's like, do you go out here and I'm just using names. I know these guys are on the team. I'm just using names. Do you go sign a Jameis for like 20? Do you sign a Flacco for like 15 to 20? And just try and, bridge the gap? Because the other thing that good enough gets you is not in the range of draft picks to get the guy, the quote unquote guy, or at least the guy that won't get you fired.
That's true.
Like the guy that won't get you fired. And for those that don't understand what I mean is the guy you're supposed to take. Caleb Williams. If the Bears take any other quarterback but Caleb Williams, the GM is at risk of getting fired if it doesn't work out and Caleb Williams becomes a star. So they have to take Caleb Williams. Now, if Caleb Williams doesn't work, hey, I was supposed to take him.
Yeah.
Not my fault, right? So, but when you have a quarterback that's good enough, you're out of that range. Now you're in the crapshoot of guys who could potentially get you fired if you miss.
Big facts.
So, yeah, like you said, it's hard. It's the Giants are there right now as well. The Giants in that same bubble as the Dolphins. The only difference is Tua is good enough. Is a little bit better than Daniel Jones good enough.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That Daniel Jones is.
Yeah. Although he did make the playoffs, to be fair, he did make playoffs. But same thing, the Giants got caught in that situation. What they do? They paid the man, and now look at them. They're watching their best player elevate a division rival in Philly because they didn't want to pay him. They had to pay our good enough quarterback.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dolphins they got a tough decision to make, man.
It's crazy. It's so crazy how if you don't find that guy a quarterback, or you just don't get the output at that position, how crazy shit can change for your organization just like that. And man,
our teams, me and you should be I should be fighting you because exactly what you said, what you just said, is Kansas City and Cleveland. For those that don't know the story, I'll educate you, take you back to 2018. 17, 18, one of them, 17 or 18. I'll take you back. Cleveland Browns need a quarterback. we own the first number 1 pick in the draft. We also own the number 12 pick in the draft. At this time, there was a can't miss prospect, Myles Garrett. Has to go number 1. He's number 1. Best player in the draft, hands down. Have to take him. There's a question of who the best quarterback is. You had Deshaun Watson coming off national championship. You had Mitch Trubisky, who came out of nowhere, had a great combine, great workouts. You had Patrick Mahomes, who people were unsure of because of the system he played in. Is he good, or was he a system QB in college, just flinging it all over the place? Somehow Trubisky kind of snuck into the number 1 spot. We attempted to trade up from 12 to 2 to take Trubisky and Garrett, but our GM was smart. Why? What did I just talk about? The guy that wants to get you fired. If you draft Myles Garrett, you're not going to get fired. He's the best player in the draft. You're supposed to take him.
Yeah.
We take Myles Garrett. The plan was to take Patrick Mahomes at 12.
Here come the Chiefs.
Yeah. Flash forward, we get down to number 9. There's a trade. It was Buffalo, right?
Yeah, they was at 10.
Yeah. Buffalo's at 10. Trade. Kansas City Chiefs have acquired the number 10th overall pick from the Buffalo Bills. Thanks, Buffalo. Kansas City Chiefs acquired Patrick Mahomes. Couple picks later. Now, and this is where it gets real interesting. Deshaun Watson's still on the board. Remember, I said our plan was to take Mahomes. Our guy is gone. So what do? Houston needs quarterback. They trade up. We trade down. Hey, we don't get our guy. Flash forward 6 years later. Somehow Deshaun Watson still ended up in Cleveland.
And boy, y'all wish y'all wouldn't have that joke of that money now, bro.
But I mean, just look. What if what if a deal couldn't have been worked out? What if Patrick Mahomes ends up in Cleveland? Yeah, just like it's literally just like you said. It's the difference between not getting that guy and not getting that guy is 3 Super Bowls.
Man,
and we still could possibly be looking for a quarterback. That's the difference in not getting a guy.
If you
I'm not gonna say it's week 1. I'm not panicking in week 1.
Man,
now,
come on.
The off the field stuff.
Bobby, come on, dog. Dog, let's take a moment and have this conversation. As a Browns fan, you got to be panicking, bro.
No, I'm not panicking. Here's why.
It's not the off the field stuff that I'm worried about with him. He's just not looking good at all. Y'all got 13 games of evidence that he just hasn't looked good. Okay, I give him those 2 quarters against Baltimore last year. He came back, won the game.
True.
So you have 12 and a half games of film that he just hasn't looked good in the Browns uniform. I trust Jameis Winston 10 times more being a starter right now than I would Deshaun. He just I've never seen a fall off of just skill wise. Like, what is this guy doing? Like, I don't know if a misconnection between him and the offensive coordinator, him and Stefanski. I don't know how to explain it, but before the off the field stuff was even talked about, we were talking about Deshaun Watson as one of the premier quarterbacks in this league. We were
absolutely.
We cannot say that right now.
No, but here's why I'm not panicking. History. Like you said, Deshaun Watson was an elite. He played quarterback at an elite level. I'm not gonna say was because it's still in there somewhere. He did it before he could do it again. He played at an elite level. He hasn't played at that elite level in Cleveland. However, at that elite level, Deshaun Watson in week 1 in his career averages less than 200 yards passing per game. He's a slow starter.
Almost like the Burrow.
Exactly, and that was going to be my second reference. Go back to last year. Our week 1 this year was the exact opposite of our week one last year, just without the bad weather. Last year, Deshaun Watson and Joe Burrow looked like trash. We won a game in blowout fashion at home against the playoff team. You know, we're still discovering ourselves. Everybody, Bengals, dude, people want Joe Burrow to be better than Patrick Mahomes so bad.
and we real conversation about Burrow too. So.
Yeah, but you look at it, they both played well. We just happened to win the game. If you look at this game, Dak Prescott didn't blow the roof off the building.
No, he didn't.
And I'm going to say, yeah, Deshaun played poor. He looked just like Joe Burrow did week one last season, and Dak kind of looked like Deshaun did week one last season.
No.
So I'm not panicking yet.
Okay,
now, we have coming up, we got Jacksonville on the road. It's going to be tough. Jacksonville's defensive front, they like that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't expect a huge game. I expect a better performance. I do not expect a huge number game.
Fair.
I expect some, first of all, we just got beaten all four phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams, coaching.
You did.
We got beat down. So I expect every phase to be better. I'm really more interested to see our defense because last season our defense did not travel. So that's the first thing I'm doing. I already got that in my head. Last year we didn't travel. So number one, the defense they need to be there.
Yeah. Don't
make Deshaun have to try and win this game. If our defense can do that, I expect that. Then we can do it when we get to the picks. But I'm not panicking.
Okay.
It's a slow starter, and if you look at the last 2 years, it looks like defenses overall have caught up in the NFL to offenses. And just like tonight, Buffalo looked amazing. And yeah, Josh Allen didn't even hit 200 yards.
Yeah, he
like no,
you're right. That does help when your special teams does their thing. It helps when your defense is getting pick sixes, and Von Miller has found the fountain of youth. And for the most part, Sean McDermott said, "Hey," and Joe Brady, the OC out there in Buffalo, said, "Hey, how about we actually start using our running back? So let's use him." No, I mean that's pretty much what happened tonight. Tua, even before he got knocked out, he wasn't playing well.
Exactly.
He threw the first pick. It was off a deflection, but him and his receiver weren't on the same page. He wasn't ready for the ball. It smacked off his shoulder pad, and then that's never good when passes get tipped or hit and go up in the air. That's never good.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, never.
We lost one. We lost one the same way Sunday.
Exactly. Second interception. Him and Robbie Chosen just not on the same page. Throws it right to the safety.
Dude, Chosen ain't on the same page with life. What is this dude doing? Boy, you can go back in there and change your damn name back.
Hey man,
Chosen man.
Hey man, I can't speak on his I guess spiritual journey that he's on, whatever the hell is going on, whatever. And then the third interception, that was a Will Levis type of situation. The guy was he got pressure and he just chalked it up. Like, you can't do that. He wasn't playing well anyway before he got the concussion and got knocked out the game. So how I see it is they were playing from behind anyway. It was going to be a tough sled for them to get back in that game. I mean, you just can't turn the ball over in the NFL, point blank period. You kept giving Buffalo short fields and extra possessions. Your defense got gassed out, and you don't even have an elite defense as is. So, I mean, you got a serviceable defense in Miami, but not enough to keep having them stuck on the field because your quarterback's giving away the ball. It just went bad quick for them boys, Miami. So that's why, when I said earlier, I'm kind of looking at Miami like, Are you really going to win the East?
Because I did not pick them. I picked them to not make the playoffs. I also picked Buffalo to not make the playoffs, but I might be regretting that because, like I said, I mean Buffalo mad at people doubting them, but
I think
yeah,
that's what they say. Y'all keep doubting us.
yeah. Like I said, just for your panic question again, like we have a quarterback who has not played well, not playing well. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing to panic about there. I'm panicking if I'm the Dolphins. I'm panicking if I'm the Bengals. I'm panicking if I'm the Jets.
That's fair.
Like these dudes were supposed to have elevator QBs. So
No doubt.
um, on to the good thing. Buffalo look they're looking for real. 2-0 start puts them in prime position. We know the history of teams that start off 2-0. I wonder if they're redoing these stats now that there's an extra game, and I'd like to see like the effect on those statistics. You start 2-0, you have what, like a 70% chance of making the playoffs. Uh, I might have to put that up to 100 the way the teams in their division are playing. But again, it's week one. We let the rest of them we let the rest of them have Sunday. But they're off to a great start. 2-0 plus 1-0 in the division now. What do they got coming up? Let's check that out. Coming up, they got Jacksonville week 3. Then Baltimore too. So they got a tough road coming up.
Yeah, that's
They
that.
will. They will. Yeah, we will definitely find out who the Bills are. But I can see them getting that dub at home against Jacksonville. At Baltimore, that's a tough one. That's a tough 3 games, man. At Buffalo, at Houston, at Jets.
Mm.
Yeah, we definitely gonna find out who Buffalo is. But how do you like them moving forward?
I mean, so far they've been making me eat crow. um, uh,
Sure, it's not a dog or a cat.
I mean, I mean, apparently, I thought that was only Ohio based,
I,
but I don't know.
I hate Donald Trump. Got my state out there looking silly, man. What's wrong with this dude?
But no, I mean that's a Jacksonville and Baltimore is a tough stretch coming down, and Houston's not Houston's in
Yeah.
there. Oh yeah, those are three straight tough opponents right there. Um, so I think there's time that Buffalo can still make me look right. But so far they're making me look wrong. So I just gotta suck it up and just look with egg on my face for right now. But hey, look, let's let's see what they look like when they play these other elite teams. Because obviously, going against Arizona, now looking at how pitiful Miami looks, I don't. Are they
Yeah.
playing the talent so far in these first 2 weeks? I don't think so. So that's why I'm trying to. I'm
I'm in the car, but you picked the Cardinals to finish like third in the West, third in their division.
Yeah. So I mean, I, I don't think they're hitting elite teams that you should say in either conference. So right now, so I mean, I'm trying to hold out and not look crazy on Buffalo's going to be a bad team, but they are really doing their best to make me look crazy as hell right now.
Nah.
I don't know where the hell Von Miller got this fountain of youth from. Ed Oliver so far is playing out of his mind. Uh, Josh Allen played like Superman last week, and then this week he's like, "Hey, it's your turn, James Cook," and James Cook does what he does
Yeah.
along with it. So it's kind of like, well, maybe they might not miss Stephon Diggs, but that's the thing about the NFL. So early in the first 2 weeks, I think you really start getting a hone in on what the team is probably
Hmm.
uh, about a month and a half in, when you be like, okay, it start getting a balance on who they playing. So I mean, it's but hey, shout out to Buffalo for making me look crazy as hell right now. You 2-0 start. The defense is playing lights out. Especially tonight, they played lights out.
Yeah.
Last Rousseau was getting after the quarterback. I think he had like the game against Arizona. So one of the things I thought was going to be their weaknesses so far is they're getting after the quarterback. So they're kind of making me really eat crow right now. I just got to suck it up, man. It's
oh, pause.
Yeah, super pause. So right now, I'm just hoping that when they get into the thick of this schedule, when they play some tougher teams, they can these tougher teams can make me look a little bit smarter on that take. But as of right now, kudos to the Bills for making me look super stupid. So, hey man, hey, you can't be right all the time. It is what it is. That's the name of this game, man. You're not gonna get them right all the time. So,
yeah, like I said, we had them tonight. Next week,
they give us another
Yeah, AFC East, man. 2 weeks in a row, whole division. Patriots go to the Meadowlands to take on the Jets. Hopefully we get a good one. Historically, the Patriots and Jets, they play good games against each other. But
that's true.
Yeah, as you guys see.
That's September. Oh my goodness! Throw that shit out.
I'm gonna go ahead, man. I'm gonna shout out Amazon Prime because I know a lot of people disappointed, and I'm gonna hit a little basketball real quick. A lot of people disappointed that coming up is the final season, more than likely inside the NBA. This NBA, TNT actually matched the contract or the amount of money that Prime is willing to pay for the NBA, and the NBA turned it down and went with Prime.
Wow.
Presentation wise, dude, Prime got it, man. Watching games on Amazon Prime is like, bro, the way you can switch between modes, camera angles, man, presentation Prime got it. So I'm not mad at them. I can't wait to see what they can do with some NBA, but
not mad at it.
Yeah, this guy. You gotta say it in your Shannon Sharp voice.
Yeah, you gotta say it in Unc Shay Shay voice, man.
So yeah, next week we're doing the Patriots and Jets. Tune in after to check everything out. In the meantime, let's get to the good stuff. We'll do first. We'll do top tens of power rank. We'll do that first. The first inaugural Audible Thursday night football post game show top 10 list. As you can see, some similarities, some differences. You got the Steelers in there. I was surprised at that. That's probably the biggest surprise that I saw on your list was the Steelers.
Trust me, it wasn't because of their offense. It was not. It absolutely wasn't because of their offense. I honestly, I put them in there based off of man, what that defense is just still one of the better defenses in the league. TJ Watt is, my goodness. Like I said, if that guy could stay healthy and play at least 75% of the season, Steelers would be in the playoffs. That's how good that guy is. That's how much he means to that defense. You still got Minka Fitzpatrick on the back end. You damn sure can't forget about Hightower and Hayward. And then you add Patrick Queen to that situation. So you can't sleep on Pittsburgh's defense. Trust me, I've only put them in there solely based on their defense, and I wasn't ready to put the Bills in there. But please believe, I have to eat my crow, and I will probably slide Buffalo in there.
I have Buffalo. Mind you, people, this list was created prior to tonight's game.
True.
So, you know.
Yeah, no worries, Buffalo. You will be on there next week. I won't wait.
um, yeah, they definitely did. Yeah, they're definitely climbing mines. You see how the Dolphins won behind, honestly, that's why I did that. I was gonna let tonight determine that because I was going, but I'm like, man, who's who? Uh, I just looked at the quality opponent from week
I know
one win, and I was like,
this week. That team I got in number 6, they won't be among me.
yeah, they may fall out.
Oh no, they out. I'm telling you right now, they out. Get them out of
And see,
there.
and looking at the list, folks, that's you could tell the different personalities, man, in the way, the different thought processes, and the different criteria used. Because I follow the criteria is like it's a top 10 that morphs into a power ranking.
Yeah.
That's why I call it the top 10. But I do the only rule that I follow strictly is if the playoffs started today. And so, yeah, you got like I gave the example on Game Time yesterday. The Ravens, like you have the Ravens. I don't have an issue with the Ravens being in the top 10, even though they lost last week. Do I believe the Ravens are better than the Miami Dolphins? Absolutely. But they didn't make my top 10 list because if the playoffs would have started today, the Ravens would not have been in, and the Dolphins would have.
Fair.
But yeah, fair. Like you, they ain't gonna be on the damn list next week. They didn't chalk that up.
Not even. Yeah.
I we both got the Cowboys at 5.
Yeah.
I mean, no love for the Eagles. That's surprising too.
Well, I put them down at 8. I'm just looking at the fact that that secondary was still getting cheese clapped, man. They were getting Jayden Reed, he's like, boy, burning you. He went to town on that secondary. And had Jordan Love not had some of those crazy interceptions early in the game, Packers probably could have won that game.
Yeah.
I just don't. That's my reservation with the Eagles. They got to get that secondary fixed. They told us it was fixed. They went after free agents. They drafted secondary, and it didn't look like it mattered. They still look like the same secondary that was Swiss cheese last year. And I just don't like Jalen Hurts just giving away those interceptions like that. He should have had almost a whole 29,000 interceptions in that game in Brazil. I swear he was just trying to give the ball away to Green Bay. They just wouldn't catch it. Half those interceptions. I'm like, yo, what was going on with this guy? So, yeah, man.
Think the cartel got to him? Hey, look, bro, you going to play bad today. I got some money on this game.
Yeah, they said, hey, man, make it look like you suck for at least half, bro. Like, come on, bro. Hey, take the spread, dog. Take the spread. Like, don't mess it up. We got your address, homie. So I don't know. It might have been the situation. I'm not sure, but it looked like he was selling for that first half of that game. So I can't put the Eagles up too far up. I definitely gave the Buccaneers their credit. It's ironic how Baker Mayfield has been playing football over the last year. I did not see a 4 touchdown performance like that ever again from that guy, and let alone he does it. So no, I just I give the Buccaneers their credit. Only reason why I kept the Ravens in there is because I still think that they, despite the loss, man, they still look like one of the better teams. I mean, obviously, a lot of that is predicated on Lamar Jackson. They got some things to figure out for sure. They got to fix that offensive line, and they definitely got to find out how to get Derrick Henry in motion or get him in groove, get him acclimatable, sitting next to Lamar Jackson. They got to figure that out. I think they should have definitely played some meaningful preseason games to get those two acclimated to being in the same backfield. They didn't, and it shows. So um, obviously, I think we definitely got the same top four teams.
Yeah.
Obviously, we just got them in different spots.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Lions and 49ers in different spots, but um,
Yeah.
I I just think the 49ers are the king of the NFC until further notice. The way that they
That's
came out,
that's fair.
uh, Jordan Mason, they found another guy, a nobody, uh, like who's this guy's undrafted, attacking, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, Christian McCaffrey, take your time with the calf strain. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got Jordan Mason. Who? And then supposedly Super Bowl caliber defense couldn't do nothing with Jordan Mason, and
Yeah.
Jets got cooked on Monday night in front of everybody. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I just think the 49ers, they're still kings in the NFC until further notice. Look, the Lions aren't far. That was a damn good performance that they put on.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I also got to give the Rams credit because I think we were talking about it last week. I don't know what they're going to look like without Aaron Donald and
Right.
the
Oh, we
whole.
saw him. David Montgomery that showed you.
Oh yeah,
Overtime. Run, touchdown, game over.
go up the gut. That's it. Oh, is that where Aaron Donald's been for the last 11 years? Yep, that right there. He would have been right there, but no, he's gone. So that's where you definitely attack the Rams at for sure on defense. But um, that Rams defense actually was solid. I'm not going to say they were like fantastic, but they, uh, hold a very explosive Lions team. I was expecting that they was going to drop damn near 40 plus on them boys, and they hung in there and went to overtime. Obviously, Puka Nakua getting hurt, and the whole left side of the offensive line for the Rams goes out, so that doesn't bode well for their future. But look, I like the Lions for sure. If there's any team that could probably right now, based off of what we've seen in week one and kind of generally of last year,
Mm-hmm.
they had that playoff game in hand. Let's call a spade a spade,
Yeah.
and then they let it go. So yeah, some things change, but a lot of things remain the same. And those four teams right now, I just think they're the cream of the crop.
Yeah. I'm just for me. It's I don't know. Coming into the season, I think I was higher on the Lions and more higher on the Lions than the 49ers. I just think it's their turn. Uh, I think that team takes on the personality of their coach. I think
Mm-hmm.
they kind of showed it in week one. Uh, and remember, we were talking when we were discussing our picks. If Jameson Williams can take that next step, and if they can figure out a way to get Jamar Gibbs more involved, and Jamar Gibbs has 70 combined yards rushing and receiving and a touchdown. Jameson Williams 5 for 121 and a touchdown. Uh,
Yeah, I left him on my fantasy bench. Trust me, I know what he did. Bruh, 30 points just sitting there. Oh, along with the 20 points from Xavier Worthy sitting on my bench too. So 50 points just sit there. Needless
I
to
don't want
say,
to talk about that dude no more. He does not exist.
hey man, blame it on Buffalo, bro.
Even that, and I'm like, we can't get him. At least get the other homie, Aiden Mitchell. Nope, we didn't get him either. Coach took him up like 2 picks before our pick. Man, come on.
Mm. Okay.
Uh, yeah, me for the Eagles again. Eagles and Buccaneers. For me, it came down to opponent. Um, and hey, Brandon Ayuk though. We were talking about the 49ers. Um, didn't you just get a bag full of money?
Sure did.
Came out and caught 2 passes for like 10 yards.
He was too busy counting his money, dog.
Hey, Jerry Judy, you are off the hook.
Wow. At least Jerry caught a touchdown. True that. True that.
Yeah, he caught a touchdown this week. This damn Ayuk, man. Bro? What are you doing? You go get that bag, and you come back and you tell me that we pays you all this money to catch 2 passes for 28 yards,
I, uh,
two
yeah,
for 28. Come
yeah.
on, man.
Had
Come
a
on,
touch,
son.
a touchdown right in his bread basket. Drop that bitch.
Like, man, don't make me talk dirty about you all season.
Hey, yeah, you expensive raggedy bitch. For real, that performance was trash, dog.
Yeah,
Hey, hey,
but
you know it's bad when Peyton Manning's on the Manning cast talking junk about. You know it's bad, dog.
oh yeah. Speaking of broadcast, um, before we flip this to our picks, can we discuss how terrible Tom Brady was?
Mm,
Like, and they gave that man $350 million sight unseen
unseen,
2 years ago.
right?
And that makes me more. Tom Brady, you had 2 years to get ready for this damn job. You could. What have you been doing, bro? What have you been doing?
He was
You ain't
counting
been
that money.
spending time with your kids. That's why you got divorced.
Hey, or maybe he was taking an MMA class. I don't know.
Man, but yeah, Tom, man. I mean, he wasn't Emmitt Smith bad, but bro, you gotta step your game up, Tom. But I'm blaming on like how to. I don't understand how they really, how they gave him that money, especially understanding he's trying to get ownership in the team, which limits his ability to prepare. Yeah, to my understanding, he can't like look at any of the notes that they take or any. He can't look at any of the minutes from the pre-production meetings that they have.
He can't interview none of the players, none of the
Right.
coaches. He pretty much has to rely on everybody else
Yeah.
and trying to prepare for the game because he's not able to have that access with the staff, the coaching staff, the players of the team. So,
Yeah.
trust me, I I know people aren't going to be a fan of it, but you got to understand that's a conflict of interest for the other owners
Yeah.
of these teams because you're getting inside information. You really are.
Yeah.
And
Just
you
buy this
know,
dude out, man. He up there sounding like Stuttering Stanley from The Sixth Sense. Uh,
Stuttering
yeah.
Stanley, Stuttering Stanley.
Yeah, just buy him out. Let him down easy. Man, what happened to Romo? Bring Romo back. Romo was
No,
nice with it.
no, this is what I said, Bobby. This is Fox's fault because you were so gun ho to get Tom Brady
Yeah.
on your staff that you took an Emmy Award winning guy in Greg Olsen and kicked him to the curb.
Facts.
And Greg Olsen was phenomenal.
Yeah. The you. I mean, it's no surprise. So
Hey, he was phenomenal. And you kicked him to the curb just because you can get an unproven Tom Brady because you didn't want him to go to Prime, you didn't want him to go to ESPN or anywhere else. You put him on your network. And
yeah.
is he going to be better? Probably. I mean, because look, there's a lot of football information in that guy's head. That no
Oh,
doubt.
absolutely. He
But
just let it flow, Tom.
that's what it is he going to be able to be organically let it flow and just be just a fan of football and add his expertise to it? He's going to have to figure that out. You
Yeah.
can't be so rigid and stiff when it comes to broadcasting. So we'll see how it goes. But no, I'm with you. It was not a good debut for
Yeah.
Tommy.
You're not Peyton Manning, Tom. You don't call him Tom Peyton. That's another thing. Like, we found out Peyton Manning was funny like during his career though. Like, if you never paid attention, like Peyton Manning has been funny for a long time.
Long time.
If you ever say, I'll take you back. Hey, go look up, go to YouTube, look up Peyton Manning SNL
Oh yeah,
United Way.
he's
That
done numerous.
skit is hilarious, bro.
He's done numerous SNL appearances.
Yeah.
I don't
So
recall Tom Brady SNL appearance. I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't recall one. So
Yeah, I don't remember him doing anything comedic until his roast. I mean, I remember him being in a couple commercial, but he always had like snobby lines, like the one NFL commercial where he told Baker to hold my rings. It's like, okay, I mean, that's just funny, just because at the time Baker was a rookie, and Tom Brady was some people's goat.
yeah,
But it wasn't like you were funny. Somebody wrote you a funny line.
true that.
Like, yeah, I don't ever remember Tom. He's just a goofy something bitch. That's all. He just walk around the sideline with his hand up. That's his claim to fame of being funny. His teammates ignoring him on the dap.
I ain't dap you up, your corner mom.
Yeah, but apparently that can get you 350 mil. So
Apparently,
what do I know? Hey Fox, I can talk football. Hey, let's do it. Give me 200K.
hey, send the bread our way, bro.
Hell, give me 50,000. We
What?
can get it done. I'm signing.
Oh, we in there like swimwear, dog.
I will be in Jacksonville tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'm there, bro. Big
Oh
bag.
man. All right. Let's get to the meat. What everybody came to see. I got to start giving out an advisory, man. Please remember the picks that we make are just for fun. Do not rely on us to fill out your parlays and your draft. You just don't fill it. Hey, we just having fun making picks.
Yeah.
I may put in a ticket, but if you lose, don't blame it on me, please.
If you lose money, that's your money. Right? That's it.
Gamble responsibly.
Responsibly. Damn right.
And if you have a problem, please get help.
Big time.
All right.
All types of 1-800 numbers.
But our results from last week, my week started off horrible, and then I got hot.
And I started good, and I went.
As you can see, we both finished 9-7, but we got there in different ways. A lot of teams let us down. Raiders, Bengals. The Jets let me down. Some of them bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those picks, I'm like, why did I do that? I'm looking at
Me
Giants.
too. I'm never picking the Panthers again.
I don't know what you were thinking, dog. That must have been that good Vegas ooh-wee. I don't know what that was. I was like, hey, but I can't talk shit because I turned around and picked the Giants. I'm like, we over here showing love to the two worst teams in the NFL last week.
I'm saying, man, they got beat by 75 points. Goddamn.
Golly. Damn.
But the Bears came through for me at the last second, even though Caleb Williams' debut, was a little bit lackluster.
Oh, you mean
Hey, them Seahawks though. Them Seahawks. Keep an eye. That's all I'm saying. Keep an eye on them. But get into it for this week. This week, I'm starting off hot. We already on the board. I had Buffalo. Oh, I forgot to change that at the bottom record. Should say 9-7. That's out the way. We got Vegas. Yeah, got the edge. Let's go. I was down to quit, man. I was so mad last week. Oh my god, I was so mad last week. I started to text you, but I couldn't. You were so mad. You just like, I can't do it. I can't do it because I know the comeback. The comebacks are. Just,
I let you alone during the Browns game because I picked them too, but I'm like, Andy. I was like, man, never mind.
Yeah.
Over here, man.
No, but I was so mad when I got off. It was like, okay, we got the Thursday. Okay, I'll take that L. But then the Packers lost. I'm like, come on, son. And then that first game, Sunday, I was like, bro, I'm about to go like 0-16. And this dude over here just chalking up dubs. Like, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I started off hot and then shit went south real quick, man.
Oh man, we got the Raiders coming off the L. Yeah, they let us down too. They're going to the East, take on the Ravens in Baltimore, and yeah, I gotta go with Baltimore at home opener. Got a sour taste in their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna call. I think Lamar and Henry go over 100.
Yeah, man. I mean, they definitely got to stop the run because J.K. Dobbins found some good running lanes last week
True.
against the Raiders. So, talking about a run first team like the Ravens, pretty they'll feed a heavy dose of Derrick Henry and definitely have some design runs like they did against the Chiefs for Lamar Jackson. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they both went over 100. I can, matter of fact, take that prop bet if you were smart.
Hey, might have to do that.
I know, right? I might have to do that. Hold up, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a good parlay. Both of them over 100, and then anytime touchdown on both.
Oh yeah, I might have to cash that one out.
We got the Chargers. Chargers taking on the Chargers win.
Come on, man. Don't you make that mistake. Don't you make that mistake again.
Oh, those Chargers taking on FCS school.
Oh, that's disrespectful to FCS, man. San Diego State in a heartbeat over Carolina. No, damn.
But yeah, I got the Chargers, man. Even though I don't think they're gonna have that great of a season, but yeah, this is definitely one that they will get.
Mm-hmm.
On to the next. Saints going to Jerry's World, taking on the Cowboys. Their home opener as well. I got Dallas coming out on top, even though New Orleans, I can't trust it. I can't trust what I saw last week. They played the Panthers, so
same thought, bro. Same train of thought I had.
They have an opportunity to show me something this week, but I got to go with the Cowboys. That defense, they just looked really good last week.
No doubt. You hit all the talking points on why I went Dallas. I can't trust what I saw against the Panthers. I'm waiting for the real New Orleans Saints to stand up, and so now I'm with you on that. I concur every bit of that, bro.
I should have concurred. Can you name that movie?
No, man.
Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, okay. I didn't see so many movies, bro. I can't.
Leonardo DiCaprio when he was faking being a doctor. Do you concur? He's like, he has a cut on his hand. That's it. Did. I should have concurred.
Oh, that's right.
Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going up to the 3-1-3, taking on the Detroit Lions. I got Detroit. That defense is going to touch Baker. The Lions impressed me last week. I'm not going to lie. They impressed me. I mean, I knew that they'd be a good team, but they just really impressed me last week.
Yeah. No doubt. Not only I agree with everything you said, but just the way that these teams matched up in the playoffs last year, Detroit was just a better team.
Yeah.
And I don't think much has changed between those two teams from last year to this year. Okay, maybe a little bit, but I'm more on the defensive side for the Lions. Play. I think
right.
With the short sample size that we've seen, I think they play Carlton Davis. He's going to be going against his old team, and Terrion Arnard. So Lions addressed their issues on the back, and so far it looked like it's working out for them. So yeah, give me Detroit.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good game. That might be the best game of the week.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one because I think that's definitely one of the games that we should all look out for. Might definitely be one of those very close games.
All right, I see Mars making that mistake again. Indianapolis Colts going up to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. I got
Oh,
Green Bay at home. Home opener. They're coming off a game they know they should have won.
mm.
Uh, uh, Jordan Love, and you got to step up to the plate, bro. Got to step up to the plate.
I don't think he's
I
played.
hope his ain't. Yeah, yeah. And
I,
I
I
need more
wouldn't.
from Josh Jacobs.
Yes, yes. Josh Jacobs had a slow start in that game against Philly.
Hmm.
Um, he was able to, I think, get up to about 79 or 80 yards total, but it took him a minute to get right.
Yeah.
Um, and he's coming into this week questionable because I got him on my fantasy team. I'm like, listen, come on, man, like, but he'll probably play.
Yeah.
And you'll need him. But I just think the Colts are actually one of those teams that I think a lot of people aren't really paying attention to. I think they're a pretty solid team. They almost could have won that game against Houston, but almost only
Yeah.
counts for shoes and hand grenades. So,
Big
um,
facts.
but if they got to play, reason why I went Indy because I'm like I like Malik Willis, but they're probably going to have to start him, and I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can take Malik Willis over Anthony Richardson in the quarterback matchup right now. So
That's fair. Very fair. But strange things happen
true
in the
that.
confines of
Uh,
Lambeau Field.
you are exactly right, and but maybe my juju is only when it comes to my team. So hopefully, for the coach's sake, they would love it if it only applies to my team. So
The Browns going down to Florida, Jacksonville to be exact, taking on the Jaguars. Um, Jaguars had a disappointing loss.
mm-hmm.
We had an embarrassing loss. But I think we get it together. This is a time for me that I hope Miles Garrett is in the building rallying the troops. And
Good.
because he said before the season he wanted to become a better leader. You don't want to start 0-2. 0-2, you get all those bad statistics of not making the playoffs. And this is a win. This is one of those wins. If you get it, they could uplift the team. Go down there, you beat a quality opponent. Uh, Look, they played so bad last week that you can only play better. Like
True.
that's how bad last week was.
True.
And
True.
Jacksonville, they still shaky. I mean, Sunshine, he made some throws last week, but he also missed some throws.
True
Um,
that. True that.
like I say, as long as we can slow down that defensive front, I think we'll be okay.
Mm. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, we talked about it earlier. I can't trust your quarterback until you put Jameis Winston in there.
That's fair.
I just I I can't explain what's going on with this guy. I really can't. I mean, we talking about literally an elite level quarterback, and then all of a sudden has to sit down for some off the field crap, and then all of a sudden he finally comes back and he's a shell of himself. I
Yeah.
never drop off like this. I'm hoping it's still in there. Um, I don't know. Maybe the masseuses ain't popping in Cleveland like they were in Houston. I don't know. I don't. Okay, too soon. Okay, whatever. I don't know what's going on with Deshaun. But if you put Jameis Winston in there, I'd have easily flipped my pick. I just trust Jameis Winston right now. And which I thought I'd never be at this point in time in my life that I say I would trust Jameis Winston over Deshaun Watson, but here I am. So
Yeah. Uh, San Francisco 49ers going up to the Dome, taking on the Minnesota Vikings. That's San Fran. Minnesota just not Sam Darnold. He was there last year. They know all about him. Shanahan's going to drop some perfect scheme. San Fran should win by like plus 20.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I'm ready to co-sign that. But I will say this. It was fun for you guys, Minnesota, to get that victory. You're going up against you know, you're going up against the defending NFC champions. So it was all good about a week ago. It's about to get ugly this week. So
Yeah.
it just is
Like
what
you
it is.
played the Giants. You
Yeah,
played the
you played.
Giants.
These ain't the Giants.
Yeah.
These are not the Giants. So
We got next Seahawks going on to take New England. In New England, this game kind of frightens me. I'm going with Seattle. I just think they're the better football team, but it does frighten me that they're that long trip does things to West Coast teams. But I think they can overcome it. They're just a better team. Should be an entertaining game though. So it's always fun when the Patriots and Seahawks get together ever since they blew the Super Bowl. So should be a fun one to watch.
the ball. No, interesting matchup right here. I went back and forth on it for a minute. Um, Seattle has the weapons in on offense. If they just make sure they use them correctly. Um, New England has zero offense, and I like their defense, but yeah, you can't. You know, they're not elite like that where they're scoring points on the defensive side of the ball. So, because you're not going to get no points from your offense, it's going to be rough. It's going to be
Yeah.
tough. But no, I went Seattle for sure. I just think they got obviously the better offense, and enough defense on their side of the ball to make a mediocre offense in New England look even more mediocre. So,
Yeah.
give me Seattle.
And of course, Jets. Going down Tennessee to take on the Titans. Titans looking competitive. Jets looking discombobulated. I mean, maybe there's a little bit more to. I'm sure everybody saw the film of, call it the slight disagreement between Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers happening in preseason during Jets practices on multiple occasions. Maybe it's more to that than meets the eye. Aaron Rodgers doesn't seem to be on the page with the rest of the guys on offense. Tennessee looking competitive. They're at home for that reason. Give me Will Mayo. Yeah, man likes mayonnaise in his coffee.
Yeah. Mr. Mayo needs to find a way to not make sure that he's just giving away stupid turnovers like he did against Chicago. Yeah, because he made a very average at best defense look very elite last week, and that was crazy. Yeah. If this is going to be, I'm going to say it. This is a must-win for the Jets. You lose to the Titans. I don't want to hear none of this damn. Oh, we are Super Bowl caliber anything from nobody. Fans, super fans. Mike Greenberg, shut the hell up. If they lose to the Titans, I don't want to hear not another of a whisper saying, "Oh, our roster's so talented, it's Super Bowl contender-ish." No, it ain't. If you lose to the Titans, so this is a must-win because if y'all lose to the Titans, to Will Mayo, I'm telling you, you don't utter your lips to fix anything Super Bowl, nothing. All right, don't you fix your lips to say nothing of that sort. The only thing you should mention about Super Bowl is how we gonna find a way to get the closest seats, because you will not be participating in it. You will be watching. You will be a spectator. Y'all lose to the Titans, boy.
I I may have to revisit this game. I may have a stud coming out of this game, so we can do that later.
Mm.
Uh, Giants going down to Chocolate City, taking on the Washington Commanders. Uh, I like the Commanders. I just don't like the Giants.
Enough said.
It's that simple. I just don't like the Giants.
Enough
Um,
said.
yeah. Now I like Jaden Daniels to get his first dub. Um, yeah, it's the Giants, man. They ain't the Panthers, but they the
Oh, they
Giants.
close. Oh, they real close. They ain't far off. The Jokers ain't far off. That's why I'm going to Washington. All right. At least I know Washington was going to put up a fight.
Yeah,
They lost to Tampa Bay. That was a good game from Tampa Bay, but Washington they didn't punk out. But this one, nah, it ain't nothing to talk about. Out of
yeah.
Giant.
Uh, the Rams going down to Arizona, taking on the Cardinals. I got the Rams getting one on the road. Even though I did like what I saw from Arizona, they put up a good fight in Buffalo.
They did.
The Rams have just kind of they kind of taken it to every team not named the San Francisco 49ers in that division. So I think they continue that.
Yeah. And Matthew Stafford didn't lose his whole left side of his O line, I would feel more comfortable taking the
Yeah,
Rams. But missing that and the fact that your man Stafford is statuesque in that pocket. There's little to no mobility.
but he could throw no look passes.
Yeah, he's gonna have to throw the whole kit and caboodle to win this game. But no, give me Arizona, the scrappy, crappy team. Give me them.
Okay.
This might be the only time I picked them to win a game. Well, depending on who they play. Depending on who
And
they
I don't
play.
know. Somebody told me Deshaun McVay's a whiz kid, so he needs to step up.
I mean, the reason why that man's been talking about retirement before he's hit 40 a couple of times. So it's like, oh, the cat's out of the bag. I may not be as whiz as I thought I was.
All right. Let's see. Who we got next? Pittsburgh Steelers going to Mile High to take on Denver. Strange things do happen in Mile High every once in a while. I don't think this Sunday's one of those times. I got Pittsburgh getting the dub. Unknown whether Russell Wilson will start. They say he's getting closer and closer. I like Pitt whether Fields or Russ plays. Bo Nix, rough start for Bo Nix, man. Last week you had to go up to Seattle. This week you got Highsmith and T.J. Watt coming at you. Just, bruh. And Cam Hayward, forget about him. And I think Minka's gonna get one. Minka's gonna get one. So yeah, give me Pittsburgh easy.
Oh, you took my biggest take. Minka's back there licking his chops like, oh, I'm about to get one this week, dog. I'm about to get me one this week. Yeah, give me Pittsburgh. Enough said. I do not believe in Bo. I just do not.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I do not believe. All right. Yeah. Hey, listen here, youngin. It's going to be a rough season for you, and that's just it's just good nature of the beast. But yeah, my guy, it doesn't bode well that the two opponents that you started off with are pretty damn solid on defense. So, yeah.
But you may want to be there in person. Rumor is at halftime there'll be a screening of Shannon Sharp's Instagram during halftime. So, there's that to look out for.
That's my mistake. That's what I'm gonna do to wifey when it's time to get nasty. I'm like, I need that Michelle. What you talking about? Oh, baby, I need that Michelle.
Cincinnati going to Kansas City, take on the Chiefs. The place once referred to as Burrowhead Stadium.
Mm.
Um, hasn't been there for some time. Bengals get off to slow starts. Kansas City is not looking like they're starting slow at all. Um, give me the Chiefs at home. I do think that this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a bar burner though.
Mm.
Uh, I like both teams to get up in the 30s.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's real bold. Wow. Um, T. Higgins probably won't play. Jamar Chase was looking very sluggish last week. Joe Burrow keeps doing this, keeps trying to flex that wrist.
Yeah.
He may seem like it's nothing. He says it's nothing. I don't believe that. I think it is something. I'm not ready to. I don't think this is close. I think this is. I think this is a beatdown because.
Okay.
Obviously, with the slow start, that's the track record of Joe in the Bengals. But I think one thing we haven't noticed or said anything. We got to look at his weaponry is starting to decrease. Tyler Boyd's gone. Joe Mixon gone. T. Higgins probably misses this game like he did last week. I mean, I don't see too much of a threat on that offensive side who's not named Jamar Chase. That offensive line still hasn't really improved. I mean, we all saw how unblockable Chris Jones was last week. Yeah. I think this is a beatdown. I think this is an ass whooping. But
that's fair.
The reason why I won't be an ass whooping is because Andy Reid doesn't like to embarrass the team. He don't. There's no blowouts with Andy Reid for some reason, and it's driving me crazy. Like, you're better than this team. Blow them the hell out. Blow them out.
Maybe he secretly got money on the game. I'm just kidding.
And
Andy Reid is a stand-up coach.
Got some cheeseburgers on the game.
I don't know, man. I just see Joe Burrow lighten up, man. It's just something about when they play you guys.
True.
That he just wakes up, and plus Jamar, running his mouth. He said Cincinnati Bengals are the best team in the AFC, so he ain't got no choice but to go out there and perform. Because if you don't, yeah. So it should be a fun one to watch.
And them trigger fingers move fast enough if y'all lose that game.
I'm saying. I'm saying. The Bears going down to Houston, taking on the Texans. It's just easy. It's just easy. Caleb Williams versus C.J. Stroud, current number 1 versus last year's number 2. But last year's rookie of the year, nonetheless. I could see Caleb trying to outgun CJ. Like he strikes me as one of those type of competitors. You know, you see somebody on the other side doing something and you try and go match it. He has the personnel to do it. Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. O'Doones, we'll see what he develops into. But the Texans are just stacked, bro, and they're a team. They know what they're doing. It's just a bad matchup. So Houston at home, easy. I think Caleb has another sloppy game. Good luck, young fella.
Hey, you hit all the talking points I had. I think he plays another sloppy game as well. And because if he plays sloppy against a middle of the road Tennessee Titans defense, I think he's going against one of the better defenses in the league. I absolutely see a thrashing in this one.
I can see it as well. Absolutely, 100% agree with you.
I'm I'm talking about like a at least a 14-point victory for Houston. I really
Yeah.
think that they might skunk Chicago. Hey man, 21, drop them sticks, bro. Get up.
And this is
um,
a Sunday night game too.
oh yeah, and it's gonna be on the Sunday night stage. No other nobody else is playing. Um, so this is bright lights, Caleb. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't expect much from him. I think this is an ass whooping waiting to happen. So hopefully he don't pull the Buffalo Bills and make me eat crow. But yeah, I see Houston running up the score on this one for sure.
Yeah. Then wrapping it up on Monday night, Atlanta Falcons taking on Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. Philly returning home. This is a dangerous game for them. It could be some jet lag there. And Atlanta, I mean, Atlanta's defense is real. They are legit. I'm thinking about flipping my pick.
Mm.
uh, uh, Saquon. Saquon's just such a weapon. Um, yeah, I got to stick with Philly.
Yeah, trust me, I thought about it. I really did the same things you did. Because I'm looking at Atlanta's defense, who I think is real. Um, I've already talked about how Jalen Hurts has been careless with the football in that last
Mm-hmm.
game. So that matchup scares me in that sense. But then I looked at the starting time of the game. It's a Monday night. We know about Kirk Cousins in primetime games. The way that he played last week, yeah. Because the front seven of Philly is not the issue.
Right.
All right. Yeah, that's not the issue. So you might need games like this when your front seven is going against a quarterback like Kirk and who's a statue, and you get pressure on him, he'll give you some gifts. So yeah, man, I'm gonna stick with Philly, but I definitely thought about some of the things that you talked about before I settled on this pick, but give me Philly. I do think that Kirk is going to get some numbers on this game.
Okay.
Um,
Okay,
Kind of
that's
similar
fair.
to what that Monday night game we saw last year when Philly when he was with Minnesota and they went to Philly.
Oh, right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so he put up big numbers against Philly, but
Yeah.
you still lost because you gave away some turnovers too. So
Yeah. 6 turnovers and only lost by 6 points. It's
yeah,
crazy.
so I can actually see a replay of that happening on Monday. Uh, Hey, stop turning the ball over. If you stop, you might win it. So,
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Philly though.
All right. 2 studs, 1 dud.
Well, the dud to me is easy. That's going to be Caleb Williams. So let me get the dud out the way. Let me get him completely out the way now. Go ahead and give me Houston's defense for the stud to combat the
Okay.
dud. So definitely Houston's defense. I think they're going to have a big night. And then give me J.K. Dobbins. I definitely
Hmm.
love what I saw with him. He's had 2 devastating injuries the last 2 years. Put I think a buck 35 last week against the Raiders. I think he stays hot because we know Jim Harbaugh is going to feed the running backs. So I think he stays hot and continues another great game against at a Division III football team in Carolina. So
Oh man, that's hilarious.
hey, just saying it.
Yeah.
Call it, bro.
For me, um, what's the yeah? Give me Justin Herbert.
Mm,
Same thing. Yeah, against Carolina. So that's an easy one. Give me Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Go ahead and because if Lil Cuz could tear the Jets up, hey, give me Tony Pollard.
Mm.
If Tennessee establishes that run, and if you couldn't stop Lil Cuz, Tony Pollard will turn them things into house calls because he's a burner. Uh, a dud. One dud, one dud, one dud, one dud, one dud. You're lucky if you have just one dud. Give me, give me Baker.
Ooh.
Give me Baker.
Mm.
I think a couple costly turnovers would cost him that game.
Okay. Okay.
So that's that. All right, what you got before we get out of here, man?
Hey man, some of you guys rooting for some of these teams, you got a chance to turn it around as long as you're not named Panthers or Giants. Yes, pack it up. I'm being serious. You have the willpower of loyalty of enormous levels to not have already packed up your football gear.
You want to hear something bad? If you combine the Giants and the Panthers, they would still be trash. If you
Yeah.
combine their roster and took all the best players, they still be trash.
Yes, that's still a one-win team. I'm telling you, the Panthers got old written all over them, bro. They
They
got
do.
old team written all over them. The Giants aren't too far off. They might be able to sneak a win in there, maybe a win. They might catch the Giants. The Giants might catch Washington slipping, maybe. They might catch or maybe they can beat Dallas or Philly in Week 18 when
When it
one of those,
doesn't matter.
when it don't matter and they got their position already locked up. So that might be a win. But yeah, combined with these two rosters, man, you talking about a 2-win team possible. Yeah, man, pretty bad. Yeah, y'all suck. So Panthers and Giants fans, whatever you root for in other sports, go look forward to that. So if you are a fan of the Yankees, if you're in the Giants area, they're in the thick of being one of the best teams in all of Major League Baseball. Go bring your Yankees gear out and put away your Giants. In Carolina, you got many of colleges to root for.
Many.
Many. Many. You got South Carolina. You know,
Go to the
you
Wake Forest game.
got Wake Forest. You got Chapel Hill, UNC Chapel Hill. You got North Carolina State, Duke. Hey, HBCU. Go root for North Carolina
Yeah.
State. Whatever it is, go choose to support. Hey, go choose maybe your local football teams. uh, whatever it is, go root for something else. You don't have too many professional teams out there. So yeah, maybe get ready for hockey. Be a Carolina Hurricane fan. They frequently make the playoffs, so go root for them. Um, maybe hey, like Ron said, North Carolina is a basketball state. Get ready for basketball season, college basketball. Uh,
Yeah.
because you guys are about to make history of going 0-17. There's been some 0-16 teams, but you're
Mm-hmm.
about to make history of being the first 0-17 team.
17.
Yes, so go do something else. Go occupy your time. Charlotte's a beautiful city. A great weather at this time of year. It's like about 70-ish, 75, 70. Good hoodie weather, beautiful women in Charlotte. Bryce Young, that's what I suggest you do. Go enjoy the city. You're not winning. You need something to take your mind off of that piss poor team that you play for. So go explore Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm telling you, man, South End is a good spot. very eclectic. They got some beautiful women over there. Noda, a very artistic part of Charlotte, not too far from downtown or uptown Charlotte that they call it. You can go to Ballantyne. You got some good money. You go shopping in Ballantyne. They got all the places to shop. South Park, South Park Mall. They got all your Coach and your Gucci and all. Yeah, go.
There you go.
Yeah, you can go up to Lake Norman. Oh, Lake Norman's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful area. So is Lake Wiley. I know all the spots you need to go to. Holler at me. I can hook you up with some of the people still there. I still got connections in Charlotte. Go enjoy Charlotte, Bryce Young, because it's about to be a very dreadful football. That's the best I got for you, right? So, yeah, man. Most importantly, fans, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and definitely talk football next Thursday. But make sure you tune in tomorrow for another episode of the Audible Podcast. Yeah,
Absolutely. I can't top that, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Just do me a favor. Go and follow the directions on your screen. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Turn your notifications on so you know the next time we are here, which is every Thursday, directly after Thursday night football. And for Wildcard Mar and myself, enjoy yourselves. And just one last favor, please remember to turn off your IG lives. You know, careful with your phones. Careful where you place them. Careful with buttons you push. Be careful with butt dials. Just watch your devices. Big Brother's always listening.
That's what
And
I'm
with
saying.
that, we out.